So going back to the early days when I was involved with Wicklow Rugby Club, I said you tug out at back in a small little changing area at the back of the Grand Hotel, and then, as I say, you jump on one of the lads' cars, and out you go to the first place I ever played was the Beehive, and it was, I think the land belonged to the Nolan family. One of our future presidents was Ned Nolan, his family. I think that was the connection there. We also played out in Tinakilly, and we actually had barbecues out there, and we had 7-a-side competitions out there in the early days. 7-a-side actually used to be a great old thing. It was like a town league, and there was a British area would bring in. We'd have Ashford area. We'd have, I think, Oliver Sinna was the Ashford. British was always pretty strong. Mick Higgins, Brian Higgins, and a crew from that area. Bill Walker, I think, also played for British, if I remember going back. Then around the town there were some strong areas, Ballynairn Upper, Summerhill. A few of us off the avenue would be dragged into one or two of those teams. And, you know, Summerhill, yeah, Des Nichols, people like that, good players. But they were always good social occasion. And other early days in the club were the married against the singles match. Always a bit of fun, and a few scalps on the ground on that one too. But then we eventually got our land up at Ashtown Lane, and my first club president, the late Billy Clark, and as I said, my next door neighbour Peter Duffy was a great man for pushing the club and getting us all involved in those early days. Other good men I remember the early days, Harry Meredith and the late Tom Porter. And a lot of these families still have huge connection with the club. Thinking back to my next door neighbour, Mr. Peter Duffy, and Peter, my neighbour who played, but Peter only played to his early 20s, maybe 21. I think I remember him being badly knee injury or knee ligament and cartilage problems from very early age, and unfortunately he had to give up playing early. But you could get a more passionate man involved in club rugby, and he went on. His 4 sons have all played, and some are still continuing to play at Wicklow Rugby Club. The family connections in the club is a massive thing, and I think we all love that about it. I mean, going back to our president, Billy Clark, and the late P.X. Clark, his brother, but all of their sons have come into the club, have been, you know, stalwarts within the club, officers within the club, but also all played. Some had to, I think of David and Clark, and had to give up the game very early, which is very tough and very sad for the young lad. And his brother Michael also had to finish the game early. But Stephen and Brian played for many years. Very good players in their own right. But I say then you have the Higgins connection out in the British way. Brian and Mick's sons have played, and Brian's sons have played. And you know, I think that's what we all love about the club. It's the kind of family tradition. You'd love to have your sons or daughters come on, represent your club. I've been blessed to have my 3 lads come through the club, John, Neil and Aidan. They love it, and played as minis and youths, and now when they're not injured at the senior end of it. But a lot of the Porter families are involved there. You go down through it, you will see the Byrne family, a big clan of Byrne families. Larry would have been playing in my era, and all of his brothers involved, David, Alan, and Alan's sons and David's have gone on to represent the club. And again, it's that connection, that passion, that closeness that drew us and has drawn us all together. And now definitely the new blood that has come into the town and have made Wicklow Rugby Club their club, and you can see the sense of community spirit within the club. The club has embraced that, and you know, any of the teams that go out are made aware of that you're representing your club, your team, your community, your family, and carry yourself with a bit of dignity, respect. There's no warmer welcome you will get than Wicklow Rugby Club. and we pride ourselves on that. And we like to think that any of the boys or girls going out, our ladies, men, to represent our club will carry themselves with a bit of dignity and respect, because we certainly hold our club dear to us. And when I played, I was only a custodian of the jersey, and when I pass it on to the next generation, and any of the children that I've been involved with coaching, and young adults, I've tried to instill that in them, that, you know, you are only a custodian of this jersey. You have to, every time you put that jersey on your back and you go out and represent your team, your club as such, you're carrying the future of our club, and you should leave it in a, you know, better place when you pass it on, or if you go on to college or go you know, travel on, that you're passing on that jersey to another player, and you're leaving it in a good way, and like to think that the next person will carry that message through. And I've no doubt with the officers in our club today, from the president down, directors of rugby, and the committees for all ends of the club, that want to see our club grow to be one of the best, if not the best, junior club in Leinster. There you go.